Welcome to 2-minute classes. Let us discuss a more complex example of for loop. Okay. So over here I am going to enter the number of terms and print the Fibonacci series. Let us first understand what a Fibonacci series is. Fibonacci series looks like this. The first and second terms are 1 and 1 and the third term is always equal to sum of first and second term. So third term is going to be first and second, 1 plus 1, that is 2. Then it will move forward. Third term will become second and like this. So this will become first and this will become second, and third term is again sum of first and second, that is 1 plus 2 is 3. Then this third term is going to be 2 plus 3 5. Then this third term 8 is going to be 3 plus 5 8. Then 8 plus 5 13. Okay. So a Fibonacci series starts from 1 and 1. Next term is 2. Then 1 plus 2 3. Then 2 plus 3 5. Then 3 plus 5 8. 8 plus 5 13, 13 plus this 21 and so on. Okay. So over here we have to take the input of number of terms that you want to print up till like 7 terms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should print till 13. Okay. So that is like this is how the example proceeds. I have taken the input of number of terms, n equal to int input, enter the number of terms. So n is having number of terms. Then in order to begin the Fibonacci series, we are going to initialize two variables, first and second. We know that first is always 1 and second is 1. So we will first print these two values because this is how a Fibonacci series begins. Print first, so it will print 1. Print second, it will print 1 again. Then we are going to apply for loop for I in range n minus 1. Why we have taken n minus 1 over here? Because it has already printed 2 terms. So suppose I enter, print the number of terms till 7. So I have already printed 2 terms, so it should only print 5 more terms. So I have written n minus 1, that is 6 over here, and we know by the logic that range function will execute till 6 minus 1, that is 5. That is why we have kept range function over here till n minus 1. Now let us begin our logic. The logic says third should be equal to first plus second. So I have written third equal to first plus second. Then I have printed third in the loop, and then what I have done is I have shifted. Okay, so once you have found out the sum of 1 plus 2, then this will become your first, this will become your second, and third will become this. Okay, and so on. So I have assigned the value of second in first and the value of third in second. Okay, so this is how the code looks like. So let us execute this program. I have already printed first, I have printed second. Then for range function, the value of I is 0. It will go from 0 till 5. Suppose my n is 7. Okay. Now it will print. Now it will find out third equal to first plus second. First is, okay, I will write it over here. First is 1, second is 1, and third will become 1 plus 1, that is 2. So it will print 2. Then what I am doing, I am assigning the value of second in first. So second will become, so it is 1 only, so it will become 1. Second will become, like first will become 1, second will become 2. Again it will execute the loop and find the third. Third will become 1 plus 2, that is 3, and it will print 3. Next, again it will shuffle the values. The value of second will go in first, the value of third will go in second, and third will become 2 plus 3, that is 5. So it will print 5. After this, again it will execute the loop. The value of I is going to be 0, 1, 2. It will go till 5. So 5 times this loop will execute, and every time it is going to assign the value of second in first and third in second. Next time when it executes, it will do 3 plus 5, which will be 8, and then again it will do 8 plus 5, which will be 13. So every time first, second and third, okay, you move by this logic, you shift everything by one term. Okay, so second becomes first and third becomes second, and then again for third you are going to find the sum of first and second. This is how a Fibonacci series program looks like.